Hi, Elias. I was reading our blog, Unlocking the Power of Intelligent Manufacturing with Mendix and AI, and I thought it was a good idea to do an interview. So before we start, can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. And first of all, thank you to you, Antonio, for inviting me to your podcast. And my name is Elias Körkkö. I live in Tampere, Finland, and I'm currently here in the Eviden office of Tampere. And I've been working almost 2 years now in Eviden as a manufacturing specialist with low code topics and mainly Mendix as my main tool, but also with other MOM solutions.
So, what sparked your interest in writing a blog about smart manufacturing?
To begin with, I think it was last spring. Our manufacturing team discussed ways how to raise awareness about industrial digitalization and share insights of the cutting edge technologies in the field of manufacturing we are offering. And as a low code enthusiast and Mendix advocate, I then naturally decided to write a blog about low code, which I've been working ever since I did my master thesis. And I did this because from my experience here in Nordics, most companies are not even familiar with low code, and actually not to even mention of all the possibilities that low code offers when it comes to digitalizing traditional manufacturing operational practices. And I think this is the case, even though some of the companies may have used some low code platform at some point. And I chose that AI approach for my blog because I had recently on that time discovered the Mendix's AI capabilities and tested some of those myself. And those inspired me then to consider different use cases, how I would leverage these Mendix AI features to help our customers better in the future. And I like the AI approach also for the reason that I regularly hear that manufacturers that manufacturers usually are trying to bring more AI on their operation, but they seem a bit sort of unsure how and where exactly to use AI. So therefore, I hope that this blog can guide those companies on the journey.
So, how do you see Mendix and generative AI address the specific challenges faced by small to medium-sized manufacturers?
Very interesting question. And about the challenges, and based on my experience in the Nordics, is that the manufacturing data is usually quite scattered across separate IT systems. And then there are lots of different Excel templates to bridge the gaps between these systems. And I think this is the case, especially when there is no MES to manage the shop floor operations. And then these activities are then handled by different Excel sheets and paper documents. And with this, I don't necessarily mean that Excel itself is a bad tool, but it to be used in manufacturing, I think um, it's quite risky and inefficient, and as it's extremely prone to human error and data corruption. And
So,
sorry about these issues to continue. I think that the most significant problem still is that these separate ID systems don't communicate effectively with each other, and this then prevents these real-time insights into manufacturing data. So basically, it's like reading yesterday's newspaper and making conclusions about today based on that. So and I think this is not only the case with the SMEs, but only with bigger companies as well. And I think these kinds of challenges are then perfect fit for Mendix, and mainly for the reason that Mendix can be relatively easily integrated with other systems, and therefore Mendix acts as like a missing link between these. And for example, between ERP and PLM to combine purchaser data with product data. And the most important thing for me is that this even mechanical engineer like me, with only knowing only basics about the coding, can establish these connections to different AT systems by using those various ready-made connectors that Mendix offers to connect all the data necessary from various IT and OT systems, as well as these mentioned Excels into your Mendix application. And then, of course, you need efficient tools to manage all that data. And I see that this is where AI comes in. So the way how I see Mendix and AI to address these challenges is that Mendix provides the flexibility and freedom and more convenient way for manufacturers to harness the power of AI in their operations wherever they may wherever it may be needed. And so overall, Mendix gives a lot of possibilities to improve the overall utilization of that valuable manufacturing data that companies have, which is then vital for SMEs to remain competitive also against bigger enterprise.
So if Mendix and AI were superheroes, what would be their superpowers in the world of manufacturing?
Yeah, now my favorite question. I considered this, and I think a superhero called Mendix would definitely be a shapeshifter who is capable to rapidly change its form depending on the environment wherever it may move. And of course, it would be, as a low-code platform, it would be extremely fast. AI, on the other hand, would be more kind of a all-seeing telepath who couldn't be exactly be able to see the future, but more making more, but more like making accurate predictions based on its past experiences. So the more experience that superhero called AI gains, the more accurately it foresees the future. And of course, it would definitely have the ability to communicate with machines with those telepathic powers. So if the AI couldn't make his living by saving the world, I believe that it could at least have a great demand to be a successful mechanical engineer.
So what role do you see low-code platforms playing in the future of smart manufacturing?
I believe that these low-code platforms, as Mendix, will have a crucial role in creating overall smarter manufacturing environments. The reason mainly is that the trend in industrial digitalization is shifting towards this more human-centric approach, where it's more about creating these intelligent, effective user interfaces to foster this collaboration between humans and the machines than focusing solely on developing new innovations. And I see that is why there is an then increasing need to develop also effective solutions to interact with all that shop floor automation and machines that there are present in today's industrial environment. So I see that this is where low-code platforms can truly make a difference, because with low-code we can create these customized human-machine interfaces more rapidly than just by traditionally coding and to meet this increasing demand. And additionally, I hope and I really also believe that the low-code visualized approach to software development will encourage these individuals who are, such as the engineers and operators, who are, meaning those who truly work or who truly understand the specific needs and challenges of their industrial environment where they're working. And I hope that low-code will then empower those individuals to participate more actively to the development of this interface itself. And I also believe that this is the optimal way to develop these effective, user-friendly human-machine interfaces. And for this reason, I see that low-code platforms will undoubtedly be an essential part of the future of smart manufacturing.
Thank you, Elias. And if you want to know more, I would recommend everyone to read Elias' blog that is available on eviden.com.
Yes, thank you.